Hey yo friends, super welcome to this video and thank you so much for clicking on it. My name is Limbratsky and guys, I am beyond excited for Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. So I felt like we had to dig a little deeper into the details about that game. And to be honest, the game is quite simple, so there isn't all that much to talk about, but what is there, I'm gonna share with you. Now let's do this.
We are the defenders of mankind against the horrors that dwell in the darkness. While we draw breath, we stand. While we stand, we fight.
To be honest, I was actually very surprised by the announcement of Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 at last year's Game Awards. I was never expecting a sequel to actually happen, so I'm pleased to see a new trailer at this year's Joffrey's. This gameplay reveal trailer only has a few wee snippets of the game being played, but they look insanely freaking good, guys. As our boy Space Marine stomps through vast gothic industrial ruins and cuts through hordes of aliens, it's got that Dynasty Warrior meets God of War look again, mixed in with a little bit of Gears of War and perhaps some new Evil West, which in all honesty is definitely not a bad thing if you ask me. Dynasty Warriors I'm not the biggest of fans of, but God of War mixed in with Gears of War and Evil West, freaking bring me that game ASAP. Our very own Ultramarine lad Lieutenant Titus returns for this sequel. Having been transformed into one of those even bigger primary Space Marines, but demoted from Captain. Presumably due to the whole suspected heresy thing, after mowing down orc boys and forces of chaos in the first game. Now, he's fighting the Tyranids. He'll be blasting that bolter and swinging his chainsword, force sword and thunder hammer everywhere, from cities to muddy jungle. And oh boy, does that combat look freaking gorgeous! And the gore, I have to say, it looks phenomenal. I can't wait to see how the game actually feels, because it looks great, but I wonder, does it feel great as well? I sure hope so. While the original game was made by Relic Entertainment, the sequel is coming from Saber Interactive. They made games including Evil Dead the Game, World War C and SnowRunner, as well as handling quite a few ports. They are not a studio whose name instantly fills me with excitement if I'm being all honest, but I am curious about the return of our big blue boy. And in all honesty, just as I said, I was not expecting a sequel since THQ kinda collapsed and Relic was sold to Sega. So my hopes were totally gone for a sequel, but here we are, so let's freaking embrace it. So the setup of the game here is very simple. The sequel has Titus going up against the Tyranids, a ravenous insect-like alien menace hellbent on consuming an Imperial hive world. The gameplay trailer showed dozens of them on screen at the same time, with low camera angles making even the player characters seem larger than life. Most of the environments were actually outside as well, showcasing the grandeur of the architecture, which kindly houses a major source of the genetic diversity that the Tyranids need to expand their shittiness kingdom. And the official blurb from the developers goes something like this. Embody the superhuman skill and brutality of a space marine, the greatest of the Emperor's warriors. Unleash deadly abilities and an arsenal of devastating weaponry to obliterate the relentless Tyranid hordes. Hold at bay the horrors of the galaxy in epic battles and far-flung planets. Uncover dark secrets and drive back the everlasting night to prove your ultimate loyalty to humanity. Heed the call of battle, for there is only war. Guys, even if you enjoyed this game just the slightest, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. And until next time, don't miss these awesome videos!